Alrighty, so this is my first video, and I'll be narrating while I watch this damn thing, so this is new for me. Right now you're looking at Kerbal Space Program. Going to a previous launch where I went to Kerbin's second moon, Minmus. It's a weird looking moon, very hilly. You can see here that I deployed my rover, and I do that by having two decouplers in tandem. It's no big deal. Now the rover isn't a stock part. That's a download. But I mean, what's the point of having this game if you're not going to have a rover? Honestly, I mean, you can get out with your little guy and walk around, but that gets boring real quick. So right now, I'm lining up. You can see that right now I'm on some pretty difficult terrain. There's a huge ass slope. I'm about 15 degrees off from where I want to be when I get up to my pod there. So I'm gonna pull my wheels in. I'm gonna try to straighten myself out. You can see the slope is trying to turn me the wrong way, which kind of sucks. So I gotta reposition myself, turn on the stability assistance system, or whatever it stands for, sickness avoidance system. And then I don't know why my wheels redeployed, but I realized that later on. And yeah, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump over those stupid parachutes that wouldn't let me mount them to the wings, so I had to put brackets up. It's something they took away from me when they updated to 0.18. Lining up is a little bit hard depending on where your camera angle is at. If you look directly from over top, it usually works, but then I realized I was on that damn hill. I was like, well, shit. So you just kind of have to eyeball it. If you get close, you'll notice that it looks like I'm being pulled in, which is exactly what happened right there. That's like, I don't know, some sort of magnetic system that the KSP crew decided was necessary to dock, which it is, honestly, because it's hard as hell to dock anything. Turn off the SAS, get ourselves off the ground a little bit, figure out where we're going. I want to head kind of east-ish, so that way I can get rid of my velocity relative to Kerbin. Turn on the SAS, figure out where the hell we are. Alright, clear the ground. So kind of angle ourselves upwards a little bit more so we can get away from this damn moon. It's funny what happens later on. I get away from the damn moon and then it ends up doing something else. Impasse. I mean, it doesn't get me all the way back to the moon, but it is annoying when I'm trying to figure out a trajectory. So yeah, I figure that's probably good and far enough east enough. So now we're going to head up a little bit, get away from the moon a little bit more, because we don't want to orbit forever. So aim up, raise up our landing gear. I don't know if that contributes anything to drag when you don't have an atmosphere, but it just kind of looks silly when you have them on. Alright, get the hell away from the moon. The orange orbit shows your trajectory after you leave the gravity well of Minmus there, the second moon of Kerbin. So I'm just kind of going to wait until I get away from it. I realized I left my RCS on, so turn that off. Get going again. Turn up the time warp. Float away. Bye, Minmus. It was nice. It was real, but it wasn't real nice. Alright. So now I'm just gonna kind of try to figure out how long it's gonna take me to get away from this moon. When I get away from it, I don't want to crash back into it. It would kind of suck. Oh yeah. It takes forever to float away from something at 50 meters a second. Man, why did I take this long doing that? Alright, so we're just about there. Minmus escape, that's what you're looking for, so you can start killing your velocity relative to Kerbin instead of just Minmus. Okay, so now that you're away from that, the game stops calculating gravity due to the Minmus and starts calculating it due to Kerbin. But I made the damn mistake of going ahead and canceling out my velocity now knowing that the moon is going to swing back around. So you'll watch and see what happens. Try to level myself out, and turn around. If you didn't notice, the little ball on the bottom is really goddamn helpful. The yellow marker tells you which way you're heading. The one with an X in it is the opposite direction of where you're heading. So if you get right about there, and then you fire your damn engines, watch what happens. Kills your orbit. Awesome, right? Like, it took me forever to figure that out, because I never watched any tutorial videos or nothing. So I'm going to kind of take a calculated risk here. I kind of don't want to slam into the regular moon, because that would suck. So I kind of get there, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I should wait until I'm safe, and then fire again and take twice as much fuel, or if I should just take the risk and cancel it all out now. So I was like, alright, well, what could possibly go wrong? The worst thing that could happen is you slam into the moon. Psh, whatever. Now, this is going to be a pretty quick fall. So, oh, and then I get a little bit confused there. That's on the opposite side. Like, if I were to continue orbiting Kerbin, that moon would get me. Bastard moon. So I wait until my orbit's good inside Kerbin, and then, yeah, I'm going to do a nice, easy fall, straight down. Go back to here, and I'm like, alright, well, maybe since I'm going to take this video, I'm going to watch Minmus kind of fade away into the background. And then you'll notice that I leave my RCS on again, like a goddamn noob. So I turn that off again. And I'm like, where did Minmus go? That's weird. Huh. So it's down camera. Why is it down camera? Anyways, I guess I'll just speed up my video and watch my orbit from right about here. So, well, wait a second, I'm not really leaving Minmus. That's when I realized I'm still in its gravity well. I was like, oh, god damn it. But as you can see, my escape is kind of a straight line, so I'm just going to kind of float by it real quick, watching it, making sure nothing goes wrong. And then once it lets me go, I'm like, okay, now I can fall to Kerbin. So, goodbye, Minmus. Like I said before, it's been real and it's been nice, but it hasn't been real nice. You can turn your warp up real high and just kind of fall real damn fast. So there's the moon, looming dangerously. I don't like it. Waiting. Oh my god, it's getting close. Okay, so control your warp speed a little bit. Traveling at like Mach 2 right now. You know, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you have like 1,000,000 meters in between you and the damn moon, it takes a while. Alright, so getting close to Kerbin. Looks like we're going to come down in that desert over there. It's kind of nice. Well, for a lander anyways. If I was just a pod, I'd kind of want to come down water. But since I'm a master, I've made my pod about as good as it can ever be. Figure, why not? We'll land on land. I don't give a fuck. So, we're coming in at 3,200 meters a second. It's like, oh shit. It's really fast. Well, like Mach 10, Mach 12, something like that. So anyways, I'm going to angle myself so my chutes, when they deploy, don't rip off entirely. Wow, that's coming up fast. So, yep, there's the chutes. Fire my engines just so it's a nice, easy deceleration. They don't rip off. I'm surprised they didn't, coming from 3,000 down to 1,000. But, yeah, maybe I should have orbited Kerbin a little bit more closely and then fell. Because that was really dangerous. That was dumb on my part. So now what I want to do is kind of get ready for when I hit the ground. Lower my landing gear. You don't ever want to land on an angle like the one you're coming down at. So what you do is you get a good swing and then turn your SAS back on and cancel out your horizontal velocity. And then once you do that, you can kind of go back to falling. And it's going to be a nice easy fall down. 100 meters a second. It's only really fast. 200 miles an hour or something like that. So we're going to try to cancel that out before the chutes fully deploy, and when that happens, there's a real good chance that that parachute's going to rip right off. So that's what I'm doing now. Chute's fully deployed. I'm down to 5 meters a second, 10 miles an hour. It's not so bad. It's still a hard hit to the ground. So what I'm going to do is, when I get close, I'm going to fire my rockets again. Try to get down to maybe 2 or 3. At that point, the little shocks there that you see on the struts will they'll absorb that impact, rather than rip off my engine. And there I was trying to see if maybe I could deploy my rover before I got off. But I guess when you reconnect, you can't redeploy it. So I figured, oh well, this will come in for a nice soft landing and make for a good video instead of having to go ahead and just get rid of that. Yep, this is the boring part. Waiting for the ground to come up. You can warp or use the time warp when you're this close to the ground, but I really don't recommend it. The computer does some pretty wonky shit. So here it comes, getting close. Figure I'll slow down a little bit, and I realized that it's still probably like a couple 100 meters till I hit the ground. It's like, oh damn it. It looks close though, doesn't it? So turn on my lights to kind of get a good gauge. At a 45-degree angle, those rover lights will tell you exactly how high up you are. Fire at full, 3 meters a second, 6 miles an hour. It's a pretty good hit, but my engine didn't break off, so we're good. And then the game does the little auto-saving thing. Congrats, you landed at Kerbin. I'm so proud of you. So then I try to decouple again. It doesn't work that well, so I don't know. I was trying to roll off of the damn thing so I could get my rover out, kind of drive around, be a show off, but it didn't work that way. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire video. About this pod though, you know, I got the 4 big parachutes on the side. I mean, that's like a must. And I think you're probably wondering why I got the struts on the side there. That's for when I hit the moon sideways. If I fall over, I can prop myself back up. And that's pretty much all of it. So next time I'm going to